I born in Switzerland, and I moved to Turkey when I was 9 months, and I lived Turkey, till I was 16 years old. One of the biggest reasons that I wanted to come to America was, play basketball and get my education same time, because obviously it is almost impossible to do both in Turkey. You gotta either pick sports or education. Um, it was a really good choice for me because I came here, learn another language, learn about the culture, and got my education. I went to high school here around LA, and I went to college in Kentucky, and I got drafted in 2011 by Utah Jazz. I always think like I was blessed, that made the right decision, because if I would have stayed in Turkey, I could have been, I would have just be a basketball player. That's it. I would have just be an athlete and nothing more, So coming to America definitely opened my eyes and give me opportunity to become more than just an athlete. Um, it's my 10th year in the league now, to 28. Still going, see how much that my knees can take, or how much my body is going to take, that I can play the sport. But I can just say that I am definitely blessed and lucky to be in this situation. I'll be honest. When I wanted to start first start playing basketball, my family especially didn't want me to play basketball because they were all about education. My mom was like, there are millions of kids out there, and she was telling me like, are you gonna be the one that just, be better than everyone else and just be an NBA player? My dad told me that. He's like, I want you to be a good student before we're gonna go basketball player, because I'm only gonna play this sport till, if I'm lucky, if my body stays healthy till 34, 35, and then if God gives me, I got a long life ahead of me, so I gotta have another career. So that's why, I still wanna go back to school one day, maybe summer schools or online school, and finish my college. I mean, a lot of the Turkish people know this, but like when you are a little different, like when you're taller than all the other kids, or when you're a little, when you're bigger than all the other kids, they will make fun of you, they will call you names. So my family didn't really want me to play basketball because of that too. But I was like, I don't care whatever says, I'm just that is my dream, and I'm gonna chase it. You know, um, it is funny because after I made my first check, after I made my first salary, my dad is like, okay, you are going to play basketball from now on. Forget about all the schoolwork, forget about everything else. Focus on basketball. Obviously, if you're, first of all, let me just give you an example of being an athlete. I mean, being an athlete is just, you have to have that, drive and passion in your heart to just play basketball, because it is not easy. I mean, every day, there is not one single day that I wake up that my body is not sore or my body does not hurt. You know, it's like, it is tough. It's a tough job, I'll be honest. But if you love what you're doing, you don't care. The one thing I learned, that if you're gonna do anything, if you're not having fun and smiling, you're not doing the right job. You're not doing the right thing. I mean, for me, it's just like I got three rules: you gotta play hard, play smart, and have fun. And just because it is a team sport, you learn how to share. You learn how to help others. You learn how to, have always your teammates back. You know, but one thing, I mean, if you're an athlete or non-athlete, if you're whatever your dream is, the one thing that I had learned in basketball, and he helped me throughout my life too. Whatever happens in life, you can never ever give up. Never give up on your dreams, because you gotta have good games and bad games. I mean, I got some games in NBA, I have 0 points. I miss every shot. But I got some games in NBA, I got over 30 points. I was the best player in that game. So you're gonna have good days and bad days, good games and bad games. But whatever happens in life, you can never ever give up. It could be like a roller coaster, but you just have to just stay calm, and just believe in yourself. I think that is the important thing. Whenever I hold a basketball camp, I always try to tell the kids like, listen, it doesn't matter what people say, just believe in yourself. If there's a really good saying, if no one believes in you, believe in yourself, it is a very good code. So you got to have that confidence in yourself. I will start with sacrifice, because if you're doing something, but not just for yourself, but for others, if you're living for others, if you're trying to, using your career or using your platform to, change lives or touch hearts or, just inspire as many people you can, then you have to sacrifice a lot of things, and it could be anything. That is one. The second thing is probably being disciplined. It is very important to just have that discipline every day. Whatever you're doing, you just have to be the hardest working person in that room. If you're in your class or your team, if you're a basketball player or if you're an athlete, you got to be the hardest working person. And I think the other thing is dedication. There's going to be so many distractions, outside distractions. There's going to be so many haters. There's going to be so many people that not believe in you. But I think one thing you need to do, you just have to stay dedicated and just go out there. And I mean, there's going to be so many daughters of so many people who say that you cannot do it, but those are just haters, and haters going to hate. You cannot do nothing about that. Just go out there. The most fun part is like to prove the haters wrong. So just like it is so fun to just look them in their eyes and smile and say, I did it. Exactly. I mean, being Muslim is amazing. I just tell you this first. It is so beautiful, and my whole life I was never shy. I was never shy or embarrassed about telling other people about my religion, about my faith, about what I have to do or what I can do or what I cannot do. One thing that I've seen, especially in America, people respect a lot. If you respect your decisions, your beliefs, your faith, then they'll respect it too. It is amazing because, like, obviously I'm practicing Muslim. I pray 5 times a day, and I always get this question like, how do you pray? When you have games or when you have practices, when you're flying all the time. I mean, it's so easy. I sit down with my organization, with my team, and say, listen, I'm a practicing Muslim and I have to pray 5 times a day. And they respect it so much that they give me a special room before the games, after the games, before practice, after practice. They say, listen, just go to that room. You can pray. You can just do whatever you want. And I remember leaving that room. They were even asking me, like, did you pray for us too? That is just one. And the second thing about like fasting, right? I told them about fasting, and they were respecting me so much. They were like, okay, you can talk to our doctors. We can find like a special diet for you. Even like I have a strength coach who fasted with me 3 days, so they can understand what an athlete is going through during that period of time. So they can just tell me how much calorie I should take, how much water I should drink, and all that stuff. One thing that I have seen, just is respect others too. So they're trying to respect you. You got to respect them too. You can never judge. I mean, it doesn't matter what they believe in. It doesn't matter what their faith is. But I think, it starts with individual. It starts with you. You're not just representing yourself now. You're representing something way bigger than yourself. So I think it is all about representing yourself and respecting others. I think that you have to have sports in your life, first of all, for a healthy life. So I think I will just tell all the parents, like, listen, just because of you want your kids to be a doctor or a lawyer or something, Don't push that. Respect the kids and ask them what they want to do with their life, what they want to do with their career, and sit down and have a conversation with them. I'll just say, whatever you do in life, just have fun. Just smile, have fun, because life is too short to just uh, take it too serious. You gotta have fun. You gotta smile all the time. You gotta make other people happy. You gotta make your teammates better. I think one thing in basketball, I mean, you can score 30 points a game, but if your teammates are down, if your teammates are not happy, then you're not a true leader. So I think you make yourself better, and you try to make everyone else better around you, not just in sports, but about anything. Just help others, because it is important. When you're an NBA player, and not just NBA player, when you are an athlete, you have a big platform, and obviously, people in America, not just in America, people from all over, people from all over the world are follow sports, especially NBA. And there are so many kids out there, millions of kids are watching NBA, and they're big fan of basketball. That's why, whenever the game is over, uh, there will be so many cameras and so many microphones will be on your face, and you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can give your just message. Every step you take is a big responsibility on your shoulder. Just right now, obviously it's a pandemic, and I feel like we need to use this time to invest in our future. And when one of your teammates or one of your classmates asks you about Black Lives Matter, one of your friend asks you about women rights, then you want to be able to answer. You don't want to be like, okay, what does Black Lives Matter stands for? We want to be able to talk. And I think more than just a student, we want to make some true leaders in our community. I mean, besides basketball, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was growing up. And I came to America. They said they don't make the spaceships big enough for me, so that crashed my dream. you know. But other than that, I don't know if I would do anything different. I pretty much sacrificed my whole career to stand up for what's right, to stand up for innocent people, to stand up for what's my country going through the last 6 or 7 years, what innocent people are going through, how my country is abusing human rights violations, or people are becoming a political prisoners, and there's so many journalists in jail, and so many women and kids are suffering. I pretty much dedicated and sacrificed my whole career for the voice of all those people out there who don't have a voice. I think my only regret is I wish I'd done it earlier. Obviously, when you play sports, when you're playing basketball especially, you're not going to win every game. You're not going to make every shot. Like I said, you're going to have good days and bad days. Good days are good and fun. When you're winning, when you're scoring basketball, it's fun and everything. But when you're losing, and when you are, when you are missing shots and everything, I think those are the times that you need to work harder. It's important. The next day, you wake up and go to gym and work harder than maybe work harder twice. Well, I don't know, just work extra or lift extra. Like I said again, this is your life. This is your career. You can never ever give up on your dreams or on your career. I think one thing I always do, that I always sit down with my teammates and try to figure out what can we do to help each other. So I think that you have so many supporters around you. There are so many beautiful people that is ready to help, but you just need to let them help you. You cannot just carry the whole responsibility on your shoulder. You want to be able to share, and you want to be able to just receive help. But I think one thing I do is just I sit down with my teammates and try to figure out what can we do, because my teammates are like my brothers. My team is like my family. So whenever we have a problem, we always sit down and have a conversation together. I'm trying to think. I have so many that people that I have looked up to. There is, I mean, obviously, one of the greatest athlete maybe of all time is Muhammad Ali. His lifestyle, his career, his passion, the work he has done, it was just unbelievable. But at the same time, when you look at America, the history of America, you look at Malcolm X, one of the best to ever did it. He stand up for himself, and he stand up for people, and he talk about what's right. And you look at MLK, what he stand for was just so beautiful. I think if you say one quote that I to put that in my career and my life will be live for others. You're doing whatever you're doing, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for others too, and you're trying to help others, and you're trying to bring peace and love into this world. First time, obviously, I came to America, right? And I was obviously everything was new. People, culture, religion, everything was different. Um, and I remember is that I was staying in a house with my teammates, and we had a practice in the morning. So we usually eat some kind of like a cereal or something before the practice, so you won't feel too heavy during practice. And so I was eating cereal. There was this cereal box, and I put in a bowl and put some milk, and I started eating it. And I was like, this tastes funny, you know. Um, so and then my teammates came and started to laugh. Like, and I asked him like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you laughing?" He said, "the the thing you put in your bowl is not a cereal. It's called Cheez It. It's like a cracker, a very salty cracker." And I started eating it. And I'm like, I need to get used to what Americans culture all about, what American food is all about. First time I came, obviously I had no idea what people were talking about. My English was terrible. You know, my teammates were keep trying to communicate with me, but then I was just looking at their face. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Whenever, they they ask for like a pass, and I'm like, I don't understand. I would just keep scoring the ball. I was like, I'm not being selfish. I just don't understand the English here. But no, it was a learning process. But I have fun with it. But I think it's just I'm glad that I made that decision. I came here all by myself when I was a teenager. I wish I'd done it. I came even earlier, because I mean, coming here, having that freedom, having that just opportunity to just pursue whatever you want to pursue, and focus on whatever you want to focus on, was that definitely beautiful. I think what the last thing I will say is, the one thing I have learned in America, it doesn't matter, what your background is. It doesn't matter what your religion, your skin color, or whatever you are. The most important in life is leave your differences on the table and trying to find what we have in common. Because we only have one world to live. So till Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or someone else find another planet to live, this world is what we have. So we need to make this world better together. It's like you look at the world, it's like a big team, and we are all teammates. So every day you need to wake up and ask yourself that question: okay, what's my part? What can I do to make this world better together? By, bringing peace, bringing love, bringing equality, bringing, just like talk about what's important, not just my family, but my community and stuff. I feel like if every person lived with that ideology, world's gonna become a way better place. And now with all the pandemic and everything, we saw that how much we need each other. How much that the world needs us. Just never judge. Always to try to bring peace and love.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to State Academy for more videos like this.